took her bowling in the arcade.
We went strolling, drank lemonade. I think I'm gonna leave it to the professionals. So step up to the mic. You might be the next Sea to Sky rock bar rock star. On today's show,
We have one first place winner for 500, 300 for second, 100 for third. First place also gets to sing on the Mountain FM.
tune in to local talent competing for Mountain FM airtime. The new ways to gauge your fitness level.
We help people determine what their heart rate training zones are.
And how BC Children's Hospital gave this Pemberton family new life.
It's not just about what this facility does for our own children, it's what they do for children around the world.
Everyone's chasing dreams this week, today on The Express. Welcome to The Express on Shaw TV. I'm your host, Nicole Fitzgerald. And who's your next Sea to Sky idol? Will it be Amanda, Rebecca, or Darcy? Tune in on the preliminary rounds here at the Rock Bar Rock Star Karaoke Competition at Chances. But first, meet one of Canada's most accomplished endurance athletes. Jen Segger is usually traveling the globe competing, but today we find her close to home.
Canadian endurance athlete Jen Segger is busy with her latest task, the opening of her new studio, Challenge by Choice. Racing has sent her all over the world, but it's the beauty and people of Squamish that will be keeping her closer to home for this coming race season.
When I opened this, I thought, well, I want this to be purely functional training so that everyone who lives in this area and they mountain bike and they ski and they run, climb, windsurf, whatever your sport is, that you'd have a place to train inside to make you strong, to work on that power and that speed. And then when you're ready, out you go and you enjoy what you do outside so much more.
Squamish boasts a myriad of challenging sports, and what's unique about Jen's studio is that the training inside is directly transferable to the sport people are aiming to improve outside, and she certainly has the equipment to help them reach their goals.
One of the neat things for the CompuTrainer is actually some individual assessment work that we can do where we actually put the cyclist on their bike and we use a program called Spin Scan to look at their pedal stroke, and we can determine where the dead spots are. There we go.
Knowing this specific information means that Jen can work on an individual's technique in a more efficient way, allowing for a much faster improvement time. For athletes looking for that next step where they can train a little smarter rather than harder, Jen has the answer.
I'm offering lactate analysis testing here. It's a very simple test that we use where we actually do take some blood, and by the end of this test, we help people determine what their heart rate training zones are.
Even though Jen has the perfect inside training camp, it's outside where all you've learnt is put into practice.
We're on a trail at Alice Lake, Jen Segger's stomping ground. This is where she does her own training, but also where she runs her running clinics. And she's just about to put me through my paces.
So we're just gonna have the shoulders rolled back and down. Good. Arms are coming up, bend at 90 degrees. We just started the new program, the Squamish Trail Running Club, which is a coached club. And the response has already been overwhelming. As you know, we have so many people here who live in this town because they love the trails. And it's really been about bringing together a central community of all those trail runners, regardless of what their level is. Feet are pointing forward, okay? As opposed to running with our toes turned out to the side. We want everything nice in alignment here. For us, this is fun. This is our passion. This is just us sharing our knowledge now with people who have decided to set their own goals, whatever that goal is. Just up and back and down.
Being motivated by a top Canadian athlete in the beauty of the mountains, this is Dee Raffo for The Express.
Keep your eye out for some other local athletes and check out Shaw TV's Whistler Cup special. It airs daily at 3 and 10 p.m. right here on Channel 4. Shaw is also getting ready for the World of Smiles Telethon, a fundraiser for the BC Children's Hospital. They help out more than 72,000 children a year. Meet one of them from Pemberton.
How about a line? Nice. What about a line this way? Good job. Addie loves to draw. And both Lottie does lots of pictures, and Addie likes to copy everything that Lottie's doing, which is really kind of fun. Look at what's Lottie drawing?
Every little sister wants to be like their big sister,
Is that grass
including
or sky?
2.5-year-old Addie. To look at her, Addie is a normal little girl, although the life of this adopted child didn't begin this way. Because she was born a girl with a unilateral cleft lip and palate, her parents abandoned this little bundle of joy on the streets of China.
She was found on a street and taken to a police station right away. In China, it would have meant a life, if she hadn't been put into an orphanage, would have been, a very difficult life for her. She certainly wouldn't have had a lip or palate repair.
In China, a child with a cleft palate has little hope. But here in North America, adopted by the Fraser Clough-Tinger family through the Waiting Child program, Addie's health challenges were easily addressed, thanks to the staff and services of the BC Children's Hospital.
Everybody was so amazing. What really amazed us was the first session of appointments we went to. The doctors and the nurses all spoke to her. They didn't actually speak to us. One hand? No hands. Yay! That just speaks volumes, because then it's about the kid. It's about the child. And they feel that they're part of this whole thing, even if they don't understand.
Within 2 weeks of Addie's first appointment, she underwent palate surgery on June 30th, 2010, her birthday. She was now 2 years old. If born in North America, Addie's surgery would have been done 15 months earlier.
What we didn't realize was that cleft and lip and palate surgery is actually a priority in British Columbia because it's around speech.
2.
Because the earlier you start on language development, the better you are later in life.
I want 1 last.
And life is looking good. Within 4 months, Addie plumped up 8 pounds and grew 4 inches. And mama and pointing became the mainstay of her developing communications.
Daddy.
She's got more sounds. She has to learn how to make sounds. So we're working on that. She can, of course, eating is so much easier because she's got an actual mouth.
Round and round the wheel goes. She likes to play, and she's very ticklish. And sometimes wherever I go, she tries to go.
And Addie goes everywhere, like any other BC child. She has access to the pediatric care she needs.
There's so many children who are born with it every year. It's so fixable and manageable because the hospital's here and the team is here. You can change a little person's life.
Ready? Woo!
It's not just about what this facility does for our own children, it's what they do for children around the world.
Making a difference here at home. From Pemberton, I'm Nicole Fitzgerald for Shaw TV. The A World of Smiles Telethon airs right here on Shaw TV on Sunday, May 29th between 5 and 11 p.m. So please make a donation and help out this very worthy cause. Most people have heard of American Idol, but have you met the Sea to Sky's own Ryan Seacrest? Darcy Cavanah. He's cuter, and boy, can he sing.
When I close my eyes and see the way the world shall be, we all walk hand in hand.
It's all about bringing out the talent in the Sea to Sky area and seeing them all perform.
She left the suds in the bucket and her clothes hanging out on the line.
Now, what exactly are the judges going to be looking for?
The judges are looking for 3 things. The first one is vocal ability. The second one we're looking for is stage presence. And the third one that we're looking for is just general overall appearance.
The tone of your voice was a warning.
We're actually doing a reversal, whereas most vocal competitions eliminate people. We're actually adding people every week. So 1 person per week gets added until we have a total of 10 competitors.
More.
We're going to be having a semi-final night and a finals night. The finals night being on June the 11th over in the casino side. 10 people for the semi-finals and 5 for the finals.
'Cause I'm a redneck woman, ain't no high-class broad.
Sounds like you got a lot of talented people coming up on the stage. What's the competition been like so far?
Competition has been very, very, very stiff. So far we've had 2 sing-offs. There's some really good talent here in the Sea to Sky area.
I hope we get a sing-off for tonight.
Like velvet in that little boy's smile.
We have 1 first place winner for 500, 300 for second, 100 for third. First place also gets to sing on the Mountain FM.
Like velvet, if you please.
Boy, these guys can sing, so if you want to check them out at the finals, it's June 11th here at Chances in Squamish. Come out and support your local talent. Here's another local troupe that deserves a round of applause. Still to come, keeping Squamish waterways safe.
If we get a call, we go out. We try to save as many lives as we can.
And singing a song in the key of green.
If we keep making careless decisions, our beautiful environment will be gone.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by Artina's handcrafted Canadian jewelry, 387 Water Street in Gastown and Government Street in Victoria.
Welcome back to the Rock Bar Rockstar Karaoke Competition here at Chances. I'm your host, Nicole Fitzgerald, and you're watching The Express. We've got more music coming your way. Meet a First Nations composer who's in the semi-finals of the David Suzuki Songwriting Competition. Her song is an ode to Mother Nature.
At just 10 years old, Takaya Blaney is already an accomplished artist.
I started playing violin when I was 3.
She's been singing since she was 4, and she recently took up painting.
That's Gustav Klimt inspired, but it's called the Tree of Life. Well, these are cichlids.
But Takaya's real passion is protecting marine life. She loves fish, whales, and in particular, sea otters.
They might swallow some of the oil, and that's really toxic for them. They could die from that.
During a lesson on sea otters, Takaya found out about a proposed oil pipeline that would bring over 200 more oil tankers to the BC coast.
Oil spilled in the Gulf of Mexico, so I didn't want there to be an oil spill on our coast.
And that inspired her to write the song Shallow Waters with her music teacher and to make this video, which includes help from local First Nations.
They dressed up in their traditional regalia, and then they canoed. My favorite line of the song is, "If we do nothing, it'll all be gone," meaning if we keep making careless decisions, our beautiful environment will be gone. We forget about all the other things that inhabit this planet, and we just go on carelessly making decisions that do change our coast and our forests.
Takaya has just been asked to give a speech to talk about her thoughts on the pipeline, but her activist work doesn't end there.
Look up on Japan, because with the dolphins. So, the dolphins in Japan, that's my next project.
I'm Bianca Salterbeck in North Vancouver for The Express.
The video was paddled by our very own members of the Squamish Nation. We're waiting for a sing-off here at the Rock Bar Rockstar Karaoke Competition. Music is also a big part of wedding planning, even more so, flowers. This week, the Wedding Bells take a shot at flower arranging.
Hi, I'm Aubrey.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are the Wedding Bells.
I just got engaged.
And I did not. We're on an adventure to plan the big day. The origin of wedding flowers is cited to the ancient Greeks. Flowers are considered the best way to express feelings and emotion. So Sarah and I met with Evan O'Ryan, the owner-operator of Flowers.
Flowers, one of the most important parts of a wedding. I haven't even thought about.
The first thing we discussed was the big B, budget.
How many guests you've got really determines it. How many tables, how many bridesmaids and groomsmen. Generally speaking, people spend anywhere from $1,000 up to $20,000 worth of flower.
The bridesmaids and groomsmen get drunk, they wreck the corsages,
Yes.
and they leave the bouquet. They just leave it sitting there and the waiters get to take them home.
Pretty much.
That's what happens to your $20,000. What is the most requested flower?
All the girly flowers, all the classical flowers are still #1. So roses.
What are the masculine flowers?
Masculine flowers are things such as anthuriums.
This is the masculine flower.
Not only this, this one is too.
I was at a wedding a few years back, and the centerpieces were so beautiful, but they were super tall, and you couldn't see people across the...
You can see the cute boy across the table.
But if you're going for something that is slightly smaller, you want people to feel really nice and cozy and warm, that's where you really have to make sure sightline is always there.
If your family members aren't getting along and they don't need to speak to each other,
That's
tall.
a good thing to do.
Or you can just do goldfish, which people used to do. Do you remember that?
The poor fish never survived.
We then tried to replicate Evan's masterpiece.
But we're working as a team. I don't think you were supposed to take the leaves off.
Well, I had to. Dun, 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 dun.
The one thing that was not maintained was really the shape.
The next time we saw Evan, we discussed bouquets. Everyone knows that catching one means you're the next to be married.
Your real big jewel that dresses you up more than the dress itself is your bouquet. This is more of a seasonal spring bouquet, so it has hyacinths in it, it has tulips, it has orchids that are locally grown.
Historically, women would try to rip off pieces of the wedding gown and bouquet for good luck. So brides started to throw the bouquet to avoid attack. Thank goodness we're now so civilized. Yeah, I've wrestled for a bouquet.
I once took it out of a flower girl's hand. She caught it, and I was like, I elbowed her.
I feel like I've caught at least 5s. And then it was time for the bouquet making contest. I'm finished.
Okay, I'm finished.
I have to crown a winner?
You have to crown a winner. Well, in that case, let's go see if I can catch lucky bouquet number 6.
You know what they say about bouquets? Are you ready, girls? Yeah? Okay.
Still waiting for lucky number 6. Congratulations, you're getting married.
Thank you.
To that guy she's sitting with over at Starbucks.
No.
For Shaw TV, we're the Wedding Bells.
Every week, the Wedding Bells feature a different aspect of party planning. 2 lucky singers are going to be moving on to the semifinals of the Rock Bar Rockstar Karaoke Competition. Stay tuned, we've got more local stories coming your way. After the break, hit the open water with the Squamish Coast Guard Auxiliary.
Highly trained, highly skilled professionals, a volunteer marine safety rescue team that offer this service to the community.
This is my forest.
Whether your forest reaches the horizon or fits in the palm of your hand, Robert Bateman's Get to Know program hopes nature will inspire kids and teens to enter our contest. Show us how you see forests and the animals that call them home. Paint, sketch, take a photograph, make a video, or write about nature. Get outdoors, get inspired. Learn more about our contest at gettoknow.ca.
Welcome back to the Express on Shaw TV. I'm your host, Nicole Fitzgerald. And do you have what it takes to become a rock star? If you do, head down to Chance's every Thursday night and enter their Rock Bar Rockstar Karaoke Competition. The top prize is $500, including airtime on Mountain FM. Next, let's head out of town. The buds are in bloom, or at least in Chilliwack.
Travel along with us on the Quality Assured Collision Road Trip as we explore the many marvelous attractions and activities of beautiful British Columbia.
Today, we're going to take a road trip to Minter Gardens. The 32-acre show garden is world-renowned and will captivate both gardeners and non-gardeners alike. Minter Gardens is located 90 minutes east of downtown Vancouver on the east side of Chilliwack. From the freeway, we pass the inviting fountain and pull up to the garden grounds. I'm here with Jennifer McLennan, who's the operations manager at Minter Gardens, and today she's going to take us on a springtime tour through the gardens. We all good to go? Let's go. All right. Our tour starts off with one of the 12 gardens that make up Minter Gardens. The Parterre Garden, shaped like a pineapple top, is meant to be an international sign of welcome. Next, we pass something that looks more like it belongs in a children's theme park.
So this is our famous peacock that was first displayed at the Pacific National Exhibition.
The 12-foot-high character now proudly displays spring tulips, but will change up with the seasons. Turning the corner, we find ourselves in an optical illusion. 8 feet narrower at the end than at the beginning, the formal garden is designed to appear 1.5 times longer than it actually is. We then continue on along the path of our exploratory tour.
So this is one of my favorite areas of the garden. This is the Arbor Walk. Through the summer season, this is completely enveloped in vegetation and flowers and lined with beautiful flowers. So I just find it a really romantic, nice walk.
Exiting the Arbor Garden leads you straight into a wall, a water wall. Designed in 2005, the thundering curtain of water commands attention and captivates the mind.
When they walk through, I always recommend that people stop every now and then and do a 360 and look around and see, because you get a whole new perspective. It's just a profusion of color and blooms everywhere.
Just up the hill from the wondrous water wall sits a poignant white chapel, popular with the lovebirds.
Everything held in one specific spot, so they can come in and they can do all their photos, they can have their ceremony, their reception, and while they're getting photos, guests can mingle and wander around the gardens. It's kind of a nice place, no one has to drive.
But if you're not planning on getting married anytime soon, there are other occasions and events that just might lure you to the garden grounds.
We do reunions, lots of people come in with birthday parties. We even get a lot of Christmas parties that come in the winter times. We have anniversary parties, graduation events.
And after all the energy of events on the Minter Garden grounds, it's always nice to come back to the reflective and soothing sounds of water.
So this is our water wheel. It's a nice quiet area of solitude. But over here is my favorite view in all of the gardens. It's just amazing.
Wow, what a great view.
Minter Gardens is Brian and Faith's dream. It's their passion. They built it from the ground up and they put their heart and soul into it. It's a beautiful place.
For this week's Quality Assured Collision Road Trip, I'm Tiffany Gurdon.
Entertaining and informative, the Quality Assured Collision Road Trip. Weekends on Shaw TV. Always something new and exciting.
A little closer to home, Sea to Sky singers are squaring off here at the Rock Bar Rockstar competition every Thursday at Chance's, and boy, are they sounding good. Looking for other things to do in Squamish? Stay tuned.
Later on in the show, get water-wise.
He advised Auxiliary 4 is away from the dock for a 2-hour exercise.
Auxiliary 4, Vancouver Coast Guard Radio, roger.
22 volunteers make up the Coast Guard Auxiliary in Squamish. More volunteers are always needed. The same goes with our animal shelters. Let's check in with the Squamish SPCA and Wag and Whistler.
Hi, welcome to Wag and Whistler. This afternoon I'm introducing you to Buzz. He is a playful 6-month-old kitten. He was found on the side of the road when he was a small kitten in Lillooet and has now come to us and become quite a playful, fun cat to have. He loves to purr and to snuggle, but he's also super energetic and a ton of fun. He would make a wonderful family pet. If you're interested in Buzz, come by Wag and spend some time with him. A few wonderful puppies that we have for adoption. They are almost 4 weeks old now, so they'll be ready to go to their forever homes in about 4 weeks. What they are is a mystery. They are purebred mutts, but they are very loving, very sweet, and very fun.
Hi, and thanks for visiting the Squamish SPCA. Here's some adoptable animals we have. So this is Duffy. He's about 6 months old. His name is Duffy because he came down the Duffy. He is a special needs boy. He's neutered, but he has a malformation of the bones in his leg. So he needs an indoor home only, but he loves dogs and cats and kids and everything he can think of. He's super sweet. So this is Snap. She's about 3 years old. She is a Manx. She has no tail. She's a spayed female. Her name is Snap for a reason. She has a bit of attitude, would prefer a home with no kids, no cats, no dogs. Super playful. She's quite the character. Pretty girl, that's for sure.
Love pets, love animals. The SPCA and WEG are always looking for volunteers to care for the Sea to Sky's cutest residents.
Do you know that WEG is going to be celebrating its 30th anniversary next year? Today, we're celebrating local songbirds and volunteers who can't get enough of the sea. Every year, volunteers dedicate hundreds of hours to helping save lives and keep our coastline safe.
Be advised, Auxiliary 4 is away from the dock for a 2-hour exercise.
Auxiliary 4, Vancouver Coast Guard Radio, roger.
20 minutes. That's our time from the moment we get the page to, running out, getting all your gear on, getting into the boat, doing our pre-departure, and off to the call.
Not a lot of time, but when lives are in danger, every second counts.
Ready on the bow. Ready bow aye.
It's this team of highly trained volunteers who are on hand to help. It's the Squamish Coast Guard Auxiliary, a service dedicated to keeping locals alive and safe while out on the water.
We have radar and we have GPS.
If we get a call, we go out. We try to save as many lives as we can. You got them on your port side.
Roger, contact port side.
They're highly trained, highly skilled professionals, a volunteer marine safety rescue team that offer this service to the community.
And fortunately, not a real rescue today. Instead, the team are practicing vital marine search and rescue skills.
Just basically man overboard drills, getting people off the shore, power buckling off the side of the boat. We do a lot of training with the fire pump. We don't actually fight fires, but just in case we come upon a boat that is burning, we use the pump to block our boat from the heat. There's lots of tows that we do. We got fully equipped with first aid kits. We have pretty much everything we need to do a rescue successfully.
Starboard engine idle ahead.
It could be anything from a medical emergency on the water to an overturned or grounded vessel. But whatever the rescue situation, this group of dedicated volunteers are on hand to assist 24 hours a day, every day of the year.
And not only do they keep up their rescue training constantly, they're also helping to promote safe boating.
Always bring PFDs for everybody on the boat. Don't drink and boat. It's just like don't drink and drive. Just, be aware of your surroundings, know all the hazards around.
I think people don't think it will happen to them. That's a misconception. They need to let someone know where they're going at all times. They need to always wear their life jacket. It doesn't work if you don't wear it.
Toolkit, tarps, good.
Make sure you have the essential gear, have all that safety equipment before you head out.
Simple boating safety tips that could prevent you from ever having to meet these guys. On the water in Squamish, I'm Alana Ponsonby for The Express.
New members are always welcome. No experience is necessary, and rescue training takes place twice a week on weekends. There's no shortage of things to do here in the Sea to Sky. The Express Spotlight has a few ideas.
Send good vibes overseas. Join this popular uplifting yoga jam to help raise funds and awareness for the Africa Yoga Project. The program provides yoga teacher training for the underprivileged. Blake Jorgensen launches a Whistler outdoor photography workshop. Other instructors include photography luminaries Paul Morrison, Eric Berger, and Jordan Manley. Funny man and political satirist Terry Follis comes to My Millennium Place. This year's CBC Canada Reads winner raises funds for the Whistler Writers Group, The Vicious Circle.
Music is probably one of the world's favorite pastimes, and singers are definitely having a great time tonight. So if you want to get your singing out of the shower, drop by Chances every Thursday night for the Rock Bar Rockstar Karaoke Competition. And that wraps up this week's show. If you'd like to see your story idea on The Express, drop us a line at sea2skyexpress@shaw.ca. You can also get our show on YouTube. Just search Shaw TV Whistler. Join us next week. We're going to get the secret behind Nana Pia's balsamic reductions. So until then, from all of us on Shaw TV, thanks for watching.
Nicole Fitzgerald's wardrobe provided by Peak Performance. Hairstyling by The Loft Salon, makeup by Beauty Mark, and ski equipment provided by Nordica.
POV camera, courtesy of Contour.
While filming on the mountain, parking provided by the Fire Rock Lounge.